Hello, I'm Nathan Judo. I'm here with Wolves reporter Mr. Timothy Spiers. Hello, Tim. Wolves won. Manchester United won. I think after that first half, Nuno must be absolutely delighted with the point.
Delighted.
Really delighted.
Oh,
and they gave it some
oomph. Yeah, no, good.
It was because it was pretty poor first half.
It was pretty poor. They weren't themselves in the first half, and I think to come back in that kind of barnstorming fashion and take a point, and even allowing for the fact Man United had a penalty, I thought it was a deserved point.
Yeah.
And they played really well in the second half, inspired by Traoré, got the goal, magical goal, and it's another night to remember really. And they're still unbeaten against Man United.
They are unbeaten this season as well. Look, first half, what was wrong then? What was missing? Because they looked tired, they looked leggy. Or is that too easy to say that?
No, I don't think they were tired. I thought United actually came with a game plan for once.
They pressed
which,
them.
Which Solskjaer's had a few months to think about.
For once.
After
shade.
What are you?
What's the gif?
What are you, 16?
What, shade? That's what the peeps say these days.
Had about 30 years, that's his actual age.
Wow.
So, United were pressed them really well in midfield. Stopped Neves and Coutinho having any time on the ball. I thought Wolves didn't do that in return. United were more incisive in their passing.
Assassinating someone of them.
Incisive. Wolves just couldn't really get at their own half. They gave the ball away far too often. They were well pressed by United, but they just didn't keep possession at all. Neves was bang average. Coutinho not influential. Doherty ill, we gather, but still off colour in more ways than one.
Very much so. Bennett struggled a little bit.
Yeah, and Johnny on the left and Dendoncker. And you saw a couple of sparks from Jota and Jimenez, but whenever they got the ball to them, they're surrounded by three defenders.
Yeah, of course.
So they just couldn't get themselves upfield, and they were deservedly behind, and they were fortunate it was only 1-0.
Martial missed a
break.
Great one just before they scored as well, didn't he? Just right in front of goal as well.
And nearly got gifted a free one-on-one just before the break.
Good goal. Mini Jotas, I think, still playing late on into the night at Molineux. But look, one man changed it, and Adama Traoré, we've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for some end product, and I thought it was superb. Got the crowd going and was influential throughout.
Yeah, it's one of his best performances in a Wolves shirt, and he hasn't really played badly for a while actually, and I feel like he's got a new lease of life. I think the fact he's only got one position to concentrate on helps now. He's obviously worked on it throughout pre-season. He's benefited from a full pre-season with Nuno, in my opinion, and he looks like a footballer now, not just an athlete who's running and can't do anything at the end of it. He's got end product. He thinks about his crossing. He thinks about when to use his pace. He tracks back, and he makes the most of his energy rather than just going full pelt.
Well, it's good.
He's thinking like a team. He's thinking like a team player.
Like a football, like you say. Before it was almost like head down, run, just run as fast as you can, and then try and hope for the best when he gets to it. But he was taking his time a little bit more, and yeah, he was superb.
I thought last season he was always kind of looking at how he could influence the game and what he could bring to it, and just wasn't really thinking more about what the team needs and how he can help the players around him. But he looks like he's doing that now. And I thought, he kind of helped inspire Wolves. Wolves came out on the front foot at the start of the second half, and it was a different game then. And I thought they were the better team in the second half, despite the fact United had quite a bit of pressure.
Do you think confidence-wise as well? We talk about Traoré coming on against and Vinagre maybe coming against the smaller teams and your Cardiffs, etc. But now he's gone and done it against Manchester United. That must give him massive confidence.
Yeah, he has. He'll. He's not proven himself at right wing back yet. I'd like to see him at Old Trafford away. That would be a real test, or against Man City, for example, because he's obviously going to be tested defensively. His pace will make up for a host of sins in that regard, but still, he's got a lot to learn about the position. But what he's made himself is a viable alternative to Matt Doherty, which Wolves haven't had, arguably, since Nuno took over. They've had a couple of kids really as backups to Doherty. Oscar Berg Rasmussen, Johnny was I went to watch him yesterday. He's still
player,
going.
is he?
Johnny was.
Nice to see you at 23's game for once.
Wow! Do you want to tell me the last one you went to?
I watched them all.
Sorry, what?
I watched them all on TV.
Johnny would maybe come over to the right as well, but there was no direct competition for Doherty.
Yeah.
You've got that now. I think that'll improve Doherty. And Traoré looks like he's here to stay in that position, which is great. Which is, you've got to say, a bit of a master stroke again from Nuno. He did it with Cody in the past. not done anyone else. No, he has. I can't think. He's.
Wow.
You look at what he's done with
Yeah,
Bennett.
Cody.
The 3-5-2 change last year and making Jota a central striker as well.
Oh.
Absolutely superb.
Has Adama dropped his passport in the dugout? No, we should keep it for this. The passport on the floor.
That's poor dad banter.
Good banter that.
That's not great.
48 years old.
There's no passport there.
The passport there. Slipped out his pocket.
Awful banter.
I tell you what, they could have taken the lead before they scored. Raul's head. I mean, 9 times out of 10 that goes in off the post. Frustrating, but got the crowd going, which was important.
Yeah.
No, didn't feel that. Did you watch that?
I think I forgot to write that in my match report.
What? What's the key moment?
The goal was just after, wasn't it?
Yeah, just afterwards. Yeah.
I forgot to put it in.
Wow. It's a good thing you're off, dearie me. Unbelievable teams. Quite an important moment.
So
but,
I haven't let my standards
no,
drop
you
in my last
haven't
few weeks.
sacked it off the last month, have you?
Oh dear.
But no, it did, didn't it? It literally came back into the arms of De Gea, but that's right on the
it didn't.
Well, it did. It came back out.
It hit De Gea. De Gea knew nothing about it. And
it could have gone in off De Gea as well.
Got really lucky.
Right, okay, well, thanks for explaining that. Anyway, let's talk about the goal. Do you see the goal?
You can read about it in the match report.
But goal-wise, I mean, look,
goal.
fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic, and he was having a shocker. I'll be honest, Neves, apart before that strike, wasn't he?
It was. As put on Twitter, when you see that, you know something amazing's happened. Art has been created. I saw that. I was dripping after that one.
Stop it!
No, come on, it was amazing.
Stop it!
It might be my favourite one of his.
Dripping?
Almost. Leaking, I was. Leaking, I saw.
Absolutely horrific.
People don't like this kind of chat on the video.
No, they don't.
They like it on Twitter, but not on the
Oh,
videos.
right, okay.
Might get a bit of abuse of the week, actually.
It's fine. You're off anyway.
Timely. with a podcast in an hour's time.
Absolutely, yeah. Good plug.
I think it's the best goal he's scored since Wolves were promoted to the Premier League.
Okay.
It was, admittedly, he was given a couple of touches by a lacklustre United defence, but really nicely picked out by Martinho as well. I thought they've obviously worked on that in training. Short corner, perfect pass, and then it's just one of that. I love
They're
goals.
Crazy.
I love goals that go in off the underside of the bar as well. We're just treated. You had that Jota overhead kick on Thursday, and I was saying after that it's goal of the season already. And is it? I mean, it's just it's only middle of August. We are blessed. We really are.
We are blessed. The frustrating thing, of course, is these 3 letters of VAR and the checking of it and the delay, and everyone's frustrated and people are texting their friends at home because they're wondering what they're actually even checking. Are they checking it? It's a crazy situation that they're into it. Nuno doesn't like it. I don't like it. Do you like it?
No, I don't.
Is it being used in the correct?
A really nice steward, proper Wolverhampton lad. He's
Is that his name? Steward.
Always says hello, and he comes up to me afterwards.
Supposed to be Stewart.
He goes, "Can you write? They can stick VAR up their arse."
Stop it! You are taking liberties in these videos now.
We're fine.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
What are they going to do? Sack me?
Wow, it's absolutely ridiculous.
I didn't
Absolutely stunned.
I don't like the stoppage at all. And Nuno's absolutely spot on. It's going to ruin celebrations. That's 2 league games for Wolves.
Yes.
And 2 kind of big VAR moments.
Can you imagine if it wasn't given? This crowd.
They were looking at it closely. Martinho's nails were fractionally offside, which obviously has a massive impact on the game.
Yeah.
So let's wait for 2 minutes and check. It was a bit silly, really. VAR for
You
me.
celebrate it again, and
It's got to be for clear and obvious mistakes. I think you take your baseline of goal line technology, which is good. We've got it. It's fine. It works seamlessly. I just think it's too much too soon.
Yeah, they're doing everything.
They're checking too much and slowing the game down, and ruining goals, ruining goal celebrations. Making bad calls as well. I think overall, certainly with the handballs, I think they need to be checking less. Every penalty, fine.
Yeah.
And the penalty was checked tonight.
Yes, it was.
And it was a penalty because he did clip it. Cody said, he's put his hands up for that. But they're checking too much. They're in a game. Creep it in slowly. Wipe out the massive mistakes, which is what we all want. But then the other kind of minuscule ones, like 2 millimetre offsides.
Crazy.
Okay, that's not what the offside rules brought in for. It's to stop goal hanging. It's 2 millimetre
scrounging.
offside, irrelevant. So it needs working. It really does. And I hope they don't wait to the end of the season to do this.
They are going to. This is what we're going to be doing for the rest of the season.
No,
We are?
well, I won't.
I tell you what. I mean, do you want any more references? It's absolutely astonishing.
Sorry.
Unbelievable. But look, thankfully, they went up the other end, Manchester United, and Rui Patrício, great save, Paul Pogba. That was definitely a penalty for sure. And look,
Yes,
they
it
needed
was,
him, and he's a great shot stopper, especially in penalties.
Wolves were sliced open by a really nice move. Pogba, to be fair, great run. Cody's just kind of stood there to block him, and he's made contact with his foot.
Yeah.
Definite penalty.
Yeah.
Great save, strong save. He really gave it a whack. And of Patricio's last 6 penalties faced, he saved 4.
I believe you don't want to think by 6. one from one hand.
Saved 4 out of his last 6 penalties. Obviously, looking at the Asia Trophy from the summer. Great save, and I'm predicting a big season for him.
Yes, absolutely. But I think 1-1 was a fair result.
It was a fair result. The attitude that Wolves had, they had a couple of chances as well after that penalty, and United, they had a fair spell of pressure, but they're Man United. You look at their team 1-2-11. I think the additions they've made are really promising for them. I think they'll have a decent season, and Wolves have got no right to be doing as well as they have against them, except for the fact that Wolves are 7th best team in the country for me. So let's see if they can do it again.
And look, 2 difficult games. They've gone to Leicester, they've got a point. Leicester have gone to Chelsea, so it obviously looks like a really good point. They're playing Manchester United. If they can go and beat Burnley now on Sunday, get 5 points from the first 3 games, that's a very, very good return.
No, it is. We're back in Europa mode in midweek, and it'll be really interesting to see A, how that game goes, of course, a very tough game and a very big game, but B, how they then approach the Burnley match, because we saw Neto come on tonight, so that was interesting. Petroni, Traoré obviously deputised for Doherty and done exceptionally well. You've got Vinagre, you've got Saiz, you've got Gibbs White, you've got Balejo. These guys could be made use of against Burnley. I think that's the one. No disrespect to Burnley, but that's going to be one that they
against Burnley, okay.
I think so, ahead of the big Torino game next week.
Okay.
Unless they happen to win comfortably in Torino, which is very unlikely. So they're going to be needing a result the Thursday after here against Torino.
Okay.
So the Burnley's the one that you would pinpoint, as he did against Cardiff last season. Your Vinagres, your Traorés to come in and do some damage, and hopefully not have an impact on the performance of the team, which I don't think they will, because they've got a good squad.
We're going to do some damage in the corner box tonight. We're doing a podcast. Wolves 1 United 1 for all the post-match reaction. Make sure you log on to expressthestar.com.